I hope that no one having any trouble listening. So that is somehow she's not here and she didn't say anything. Okay, let's talk about speaking part two. We have to describe something. It's about describe something. Rain, someone, or even ideas. Ideas. Anything at all. When you describe it, and you have to think about what, where, when, how, and explain why also. So, what are the things we should do and shouldn't do in this during this speaking part two? Just remember that we had to time it very well. We have 1 minute to prepare in a note, so I had to think of some. Uh, this is to keep in mind that prepare a plan um, about any relevant vocabulary and grammar. Take note if it's if it's important that you can't remember. Okay, so in this part, like you are in the this one, like you are writing an essay, so you should have the introduction. Then we have the conclusion, the the main body, and conclusion. So, so don't just, for example, yesterday when the question was describe a person who's kind to you, you should conclude, but you should conclude it like uh, with all of the. So I believe, so with the he or she, like when I was talking about my mom was not a very famous person, but I believe she is one that she is kind. She's really kind with all of the things she does for everyone, and everyone really like to spend time with her. So, in my opinion, she's the kind-hearted person I have ever met. So that's the conclusion. In meanwhile, the introduction you would just say, in my entire life, blah blah blah. Okay, so it should be equal like the writing essay part. Now, okay, what else you should keep in mind? Mm, at the beginning of the of the speech, you can say, I like to speak about at the beginning. Can say if if you haven't have anything in mind, you just I like to talk about. Okay, for example, they ask you to describe something that's important to you. So I like to talk about my notebook, which is very important because I use it every day to take that to write out some important thing or something I need to remember. And then at the end of it, you could say, "That's all I wanted to say." Okay, but this is not very well speaking, but at least it's a thing that you can talk in case you cannot come up with anything. Now, if you don't understand anything, you should ask. You should ask again. Could you repeat the question? What does that mean? And and again, call to the time. Hello, Fa. In this
Yes.
speaking, in this speaking, we try to use different grammar structure. That means, for example, you know about present tense, past tense, perfect tense. Now, and simple short sentence. Now, try to use passive voice, relative clause, um, different tenses, and actors. Adjective, the verb in the connecting and the linking word. Grammar structures like different tense. Uh, and to be, to be a little bit nature, or when to give you the time to think. Sometimes you need time to think. To give you some time to think, or um, you could use you can use well, blah, blah, blah. And then I think, let me think, or let me see. And then you have some time when you say, well, I think, well, let me see, well, let me think. And be using linking words like moreover, however, although, etc. And we need to speak very clearly at the nature's pace and loud enough. Don't just speak with only one pace. Speak down here at the nature pace, but not only in one pace. Like that you don't have any feeling in your speaking at all. It's very important to show them you're enthusiastic, that you're very friendly and polite. Friendly and polite in while speaking. Okay. So use some body language. It is possible. Why? Because if you just sit like this, we are sitting to talk to the interview in the interview. So basically, you would feel a little bit uncomfortable or feeling nervous. You use your hands. Use your hand, shake your head or blink your eyes. Okay, hand gesture, eyes, head, but don't shake it all the time like this. Okay, just give some body language if it needed or if it possible so that you feel comfortable and nature. And something that we should avoid. Um, okay, now I always tell you that you need to give an example. Always an example, a specific example in your speaking or even in your writing. But now with the not thing to do. Why giving examples of something and you don't remember the date, the time, the place, the person. You don't remember exactly, uh, or even the fact. That is okay. You don't need to worry and don't say, well, I don't remember exactly. Well, I think, and then you take some time to think, well, in that case, try to find another example. Or you can say, I guess, you could say, I guess, I believe it would be about the time. Just just pick any time, any place, anyone come into your mind. That doesn't matter because this is speaking test, not a fact test. So they would not go out to check whether in your city had actually the flood or not, or your city had the storm last year or not, or you have ever had the wildfires in your place. Doesn't matter, even if it never happened. We just pick up and um, avoid avoid. Try don't use specific place name that you cannot spell right or remember. For example, they would ask you, can you describe a beautiful village? Okay, now you're going to pick up a name. one of the beautiful village. I had traveled a lot around my countries, and there was one village I visited when I was 5 years old, and its name, and then you started to think what the name, blah blah. Then it would take time for you to just say the name. Don't worry, you don't need to say the name. You don't need to tell specific name in Vietnamese. When you say in Vietnamese, just speak as Vietnamese, okay? But if you cannot say any name or you cannot pick out any name, that's okay. You can just say it's a village. It's a small village. I visited when I was 5 years old. I can't remember exactly its name, but its location located in the north Vietnam, if in the mountain range, and then you start to describe that place without mentioning the name. Because sometimes the examiners they don't actually care or they don't actually know the place. So you don't say the village in Thanh Minh province. Do you know where is it? No need to ask that. Okay, they don't actually know. Uh, okay. Again, we don't repeat the words. Now, don't repeat the words from the question. Okay, so they will give you this card. Um, try, they would say, can you describe a kind person? So try not to use kind person. You try to rephrase it by uh, a very gentle, a very kind-hearted, down to the earth person. Okay, try to paraphrase it to show that you have variety of vocabulary. In case you don't have any other word to paraphrase, and you have to use that word, that's okay because it's better than sitting there having a pause, saying nothing. Okay, now also we don't use a word or grammar that you are not sure. For example, you yesterday we just learned about the present perfect, and I'm still not sure how to use it. So that's okay. Don't use it. Use the one that you're familiar, and don't pause for too long if you can't find the right word. And if you make a mistake and you know it, no need to panic. No need to get panic. You just keep on speaking. Mm. You can correct that word or keep on speaking because that wouldn't you wouldn't be nervous. You will not be able to remember the ideas anymore. Uh, okay, we don't use informal words. Informal words. What are informal words? Uh, informal word like stop, mm, kinda, wanna. This is informal. Want, kind of thing. Okay, instead of stuff. All right, this is in speaking part two.
Like nothing that are real.
Well, if you
Or
have something is real, then you can talk about it. What do you mean? Nothing is real, Peter? Bin.
I don't I don't know how to describe it.
You don't have anything to describe. You just pick something that is very familiar to you, or just come up in your mind. Or you can buy you some time. Well, let me think. Let me see. Now, can you repeat the question again? That is going to buy
Me?
you some time.
Me?
I said in case, not only you. Okay. So please take this note down. We're moving on up now to
Can
our
you scroll to the first part, please?
the first part. You're joining in at the beginning, so it's not much at the beginning. Okay, so now we haven't been able to listen to the audio of the driving roads test. So let's see how you be able to mark this one. Number one, Bin.
You shouldn't drive when you are drowsy.
What is drowsy?
I think it's drink too much. Drink beer too much. I don't know. I mean sleepy. I think it's like sleepy.
Yes, very good. It's like sleepy. It's like you are okay,
Tired. I'm tired.
tired and sleepy. Like not tired and sleepy. Tired and almost asleep. Almost asleep. Almost drowsy is almost equal to sleepy. Sometimes you can say, sometimes it's meaning like so peaceful that you feel relaxed and then almost to sleep, asleep. Anywho is almost equal to sleeping. Hey, drowsy. You shouldn't drive when you are drowsy because you might fall asleep at the wheel. This is correct. Okay. Now question number two. Number two, Sophia.
If you take the car without permission and around the city, I might call the police.
So what do you think?
I think that is cruise.
Cruise? What is cruise? Do you know?
I think the meaning of cruise is that we ride a little bit slow but around the city, so that may affect another transportation.
Okay, now when someone take a car, and then what do they do when they take the car away?
They drive away.
Yeah, so that means it's the action. You take a car without permission and you have to drive away. So in this kind of word, is any word that you think it's drive away?
Wait.
You can see it right here. We have the word drive. We have the word right here, so it had to be, even we don't know what joyride mean. You can guess. This could be the answers. Okay, but joyride doesn't mean riding with joy. Okay, this means it's the action of stealing, the crime of stealing a car and driving it. Okay, that is joyride. Driving it in a fast and dangerous way. In a fast, dangerous way. How fun! Okay, that is joyride. So in this case, it's gonna be joyride. Okay, the cruise mean the big luxury yacht on the beach or at the sea. That the cruise. So cruise is like you sail along slowly for pleasures, luxury. Okay, question number three, Julie.
Read the question, teacher.
Yes, question and answers.
My dad always give me something on how to ride safely.
What do you think? here. What?
Joyride.
No, we are using joyride here in the second one already. It's a cram. Your dad give you a cram? When someone keep on telling you do this and do that, that means they're giving you a what? Huh?
Drag, teacher.
Drag? Okay, drag.
Always give a
Lecture.
A lecture. Yes, exactly. See, they always give me a lecture about do not drink alcohol or don't go out or don't drive the car alone, blah blah. That giving a lectures. Okay, so the drag and the hand, Julie, have different meaning. Uh, it's like taking something long. Let me try to find an example for drag. Like trying to pull something, drag, pull something along because it's heavy to carry. So you drag it on the floor, on the ground, or you can drag. Meaning is that you pull something along the ground, often because it's heavy to carry. So you see when the children carry a bag to the school, but it's too heavy, they put the bag on the ground, they keep on dragging it. They keep on pulling it. And then your mom would say, don't drag your bag that way. You're going to destroy the bag. Okay. Now, number two is to pull somebody. This means doesn't mean you drag them on the ground. Okay. It means you pull someone to somewhere that they do not want to go in a way that is not gentle. Okay, for example, Julie doesn't want to go for a piano contest, but your mom make you go anyway, and then she tried to drag you, and she tried to pull you there. So you would say, "Stop dragging me to the contest. I don't like it." That means that you get tired of that of what is happening, and the way that your mom doing is very a little bit violent, a little bit forcing, and you don't really like it. So you can use the word drag. Now, number three of you and the word drag is for yourself. Now, drag yourself to, into, or out of something. Just to move, that means just to move you yourself somewhere with difficulty. Especially when you get tired, especially because you are ill or tired or unhappy. Okay, so you are tired, ill, unhappy, or you are not willing to do it. Okay, for example, you have a very you went to sleep very late last night, and in the morning you were so sleepy and so tired, and you you had to get up to go to school, and you said, and you could say, I dragged myself out of bed this morning to try to get to the school. So you were tired. You're not happy to do it. You was very lazy. Okay, so you can use drag in this kind of circumstances, giving different kind of exercise. I think I give you one more circumstance for the word drag. Let's see. Okay, it's another meaning. It could be equal to boring. For example, how would you say this? You can something. You could say that contest always drag. That means it seems something or time or an event drag mean it seems to go very slowly because nothing interesting. Okay, then you can say drag. Then the lecture always drag, or Friday afternoon always drag, because it's nothing interesting happening. Okay, that will be enough for now. Remember the four way that we use the word drag. Okay, number four. Number four, John.
Driving around town with my dad is such uh is such a is such a cruise. They always tell me what to do.
You know what?
No. Lecture.
We already use the word lecture for this. But not always giving me a lecture.
Drag maybe. Because the
Exactly.
fifth one is cruise.
Now we had the word drag going. Okay. See, it is boring here. It's
I
going
think
to this
and the
one.
fifth one maybe cruise too.
That
Because cruise
means
means drive long
Now
way.
that's mine.
what does that mean when in this sentence? Yes, Pa, what do you say?
Driving around town. Get your cruise around town.
Hmm. Now the word cruise, you know that the yacht, the luxury yacht on the sea, at the sea or along the coast, that is to travel with pleasure, right? So when you say cruise, cruise, not for the sea, not for the yacht. It means you going around to, for example, a cruising taxi. I mean a taxi going around to look for a guest, look for the person. Yes, look for the guest. Or cruising police car. I mean the police car keep in driving around.
New type.
What, fam?
Type it. Type it.
That mean the cruise here. That mean you equal to move at a steady speed in a car or even an aircraft. Um, or okay, in this way, or to drive a car slowly through a place with down with no particular purpose. It's like almost like running around. So you had no purpose going anyway, just driving the car around without without thinking you should go to anywhere at all. You don't have any purpose. Okay. And for example, in this case, the question is, did you cruise around town last night in your new car? So it means he got a new car. He just drive around and having fun with that. He didn't even think about what to do, where to go. Okay, so we would have go on a cruise, take a cruise. That is when you talk about the actual physical yacht. Now, if you go use a cruise as the verb, in this case, we use cruise as the verb. So you put it in the way that means you are driving the car slowly. Okay. Any questions? Kevin, Sophia, Anna, do you get understand all of these?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Anna, could you give me one example using the word drag, meaning meaning number 2? Anna,
She
give me an example with drag. That verb, verb, verb.
She drags me to that place, even I don't want to go.
Okay. What about the word lectures? Sophia, give me an example with the word lecture.
My teacher always gives us lectures when we study at school.
Okay, the word lecture here, I like you to use an example is similar in this case. Someone keep on telling you what thing to do. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. That you find boring. Like my mom giving me a long my mom always giving me a lecture every time when we go out spending money. Okay, something that she have been repeating, saying over and over again to teach you that. Okay, what about the word cruise? Give me one example with the verb cruise.
You shouldn't cruise around the town at night. It's very dangerous. There's a lot of thieves and yeah.
Okay, good idea, good job. Yes, when you say you shouldn't cruise around the town during the night time or at night or late at night because there's a thief in the town, and it makes sense when you use that. Okay, guys, so we will meet again after 4 minutes. Okay, we're gonna talk about space. See you guys in 4 minutes. Come
Goodbye.
back, Bean. Come back, Bean.